Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. All right, in today's video, I want to kind of talk about the brakes on my 2021 BMW X7. This is going to be a kind of a follow-up. I think I did the brakes maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. And I want to give an update of what I think about them, what I recommend them, and what if you want to do something like this, the process that it takes and the install process, all right? All right, let's get started. So first of all, this upgrade kit was upgraded by Tony. If you follow the channel long enough, you'll know that he makes the brake upgrades for, well, I say the rear brake upgrade for the F85, F86, the BMW X5M, X6M. And I did take advantage of his X5M rear brake upgrade, which is basically essentially a Porsche caliper in the rear and a 4-piston setup, because I hate the single piston setup they do. Now, with Tony, he allows you to pick and choose your color, which I liked. In this instance, I did go with kind of a gold. I know some people are like, oh, I don't know if I want that color. I think the color, personally, I think it hits well with the black, especially the car being all blacked out. I feel like red is, I mean, everybody does red. And don't get me wrong, nothing wrong. Red goes well with certain colors. If I had a white X7, I probably went red. You know, it just depends. But I didn't want to do red and black. I thought about doing something little different that set itself slightly apart. But here's how it looks. This is the front. This is I believe this is a M5 front caliper. And I was able to upgrade and get to a cross-drilled rotor. Now this rotor was, I believe it was 27 pounds. And the original rotor was like 28 pounds. So I saved a pound in weight on the rotor. Size-wise, it depends if you are M50i or if you have this towing package. I don't know. It is really variable how this setup works. But I believe the rotors were essentially the same size as the original. However, I did get a lot of extra pad surface. If you compare the pad surface, it's almost double in size, which in turn helps light stopping power. I can feel the difference behind the pedal. I don't have to press the pedal hardly as much as I did with the stop brakes, and the stop brakes were already great. One thing I want to mention too, when I talk about this, is when I go to the rear brakes, you'll see two different pistons, or two different calipers here. This one is strictly set up for parking brake only. This doesn't do any actually braking on the vehicle. This is strictly a parking brake. By having this here, it allows me to have a 4-piston setup, because electronic parking brakes typically don't activate the pistons. And this, we have a 4-piston setup. This is a 4-piston setup back here. The rear rotor is a F90 M5 rotor. And it, of course, is a custom caliper made up to fit. This is a Porsche, I believe it's a Porsche caliper, but came with the pads and everything here already set up. And the rotor, just to give you a difference between the rotor, between the original, the factory rotor was like 27 pounds. And this rotor weight was like 21 pounds. So I saved a lot of unsprung weight on here. So 1 pound in the front, and let's say, 6 pounds in the rear. But just give you an example how it looked before. Here is my wife's X3. Here's the original brake caliper. Here's how it looks. This is just a single piston setup, but the parking brake mechanism is on the back side of that, which allows it to engage. And when you're doing these brake upgrades, you're really essentially just taking it apart and rebuilding and putting on the second motor onto this caliper. You're moving the components over. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of work. I honestly was intimidated by it first, thinking that it's just gonna be too much work for me to do this swap, but it was simple enough for me to make this happen. And this looks great behind the wheels. I do have aftermarket wheels. These are Volson HF5 wheels. I did do a custom build setup on these, so it depends on how aggressive your offset is. I didn't go with aggressive offset, so I'm close. I'm very close to the caliper, which is fine. But I may end up doing a spacer on here just to give me extra clearance, make sure no rocks catch up in between here, or I don't know. Just a small amount. I have no spacers on here whatsoever. This is just an aggressive offset that I have on this X7. So you can see here, but it's pretty much flush with it. So overall, I'm very happy the way it turned out. It looks great. So far, I've been getting sometimes people ask me, oh, is this the CCBs on here? And I don't have CCBs. I love the setup. Now, I wonder how much it'll help me, especially when towing, because I've already towed with this before with the original brake calipers. I can imagine how much better my towing experience would be when I'm actually pulling some weight behind this X7. I know people don't use their X7 for towing like I do, but I use this. This is my family vehicle. This is my all-around vehicle. I don't have a truck or anything. So when I need to pull something behind, like a trailer, this is it. This is the workhorse here in the family. So far, I've only towed the M3 to the track. I towed my SQ5 actually before, but nothing with the newer brake setup. So I'm looking forward to that. And I want to say the brake caliper, the only modification I had to do other than changing the rotors out, was cut the heat shield a little bit. And I have a video install on that. If you want to see the complete install, I did do that. Was cutting the heat shield, which I did on the front. On the rear, you have to move it completely so you don't have a heat shield back there. But it's the only way you can make the bracket fit. But look at the brake caliper. Look at this, just the size of it from here to here. And then look on this one. This is pretty much, I think on my wife's X3, this is pretty much what her brake caliper looks like. And you think, oh, well, the brake caliper isn't that much different in size, right? So it looks here. But look at the pads. Look at the pads. If you can see the pads through here. The pads pretty much go from here to the top, all the way down to my fingers pointing right here at the bottom. And on her car, even though the brake caliper is larger, the pad is only between the small section. So you don't see, there's no pad material up here, down there. You're really only a small section of pad. Like I said, I'm not saying BMWs are under braked. I think if anything else, BMW does really well in their braking. When they put their brakes on the cars, I think they more likely over brake the cars as opposed to having the cars under braked, like some of their manufacturers, like Tesla, on some of their performance models. But that's what. And also, since we're here talking about brakes, I thought I'd show this one. This is another brake setup that was made for me. This is on my F80 M3, and I have actually tracked with these. And even though I tried a pad material that wasn't the best pad material setup, I still had enough braking power to be able to bring this thing down from 140 miles an hour, where my stock setup I would have been standing on pedal and praying, hoping that I can get things slowed down. So this is really helpful. I can't wait to get a dedicated trackpad for this, because that pace I'm going to really be dominating. Now this is I believe it's a M5, like an F10 M5 caliper up here. Obviously custom brackets are made, and I have pretty much very, very little clearance back here. I did put spacers on, which helped quite a bit. Before then, the caliper was pretty much almost touching the barrel. It wasn't touching it, but it was honestly closer than I liked, because if I get a stone in here, and then next thing you know, I got that stone stuck, wedged. But the little spacer I have in there in the front helps out. I got a spacer in the rear, and also my rear setup. You can see that I have a 4-piston setup in the rear, and it gives me almost like a CCB like setup. Now this is my stock rotor in the rear. It's just a larger caliper. So an alternative, if you're looking for something, instead of doing the M2 CS upgrade, I think is a nice alternative. This is I believe it's an M2 CS rotor up front too. But obviously different, lot larger caliper. So that's where we are. But
No. Get in here. Come on. Now.
But yeah, that's where we are. So I'll link everything in the description. I'll link his information in the bottom of the screen if you're interested in ordering a kit. I think Tony said the best way to get a kit is to send him the email, and title the email brakes upgrade. And he will, or attention brakes or something like that, but I'll put that all in the description of how to get a set for yourself. But the price is definitely a lot more affordable than I would do if I were to just do a brake kit on my own. So I highly recommend it. And if you want some more videos on X7, thanks for watching. I have a video here if you're wanting to know how to change the battery out, and a video here if you want to do the spark plugs. And if you're interested, take my other videos out. And I guess thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.